Welcome to Sisters Before Blisters, Chafing the Dream. Hi, I'm Cheryl.
I'm Christine.
And I'm Colleen.
We're three sisters living in three different countries who thought it would be a brilliant idea to sign up for a 70.3 Ironman triathlon as a relay team.
That's 1.2 miles of swimming, 56 miles of biking, and a half marathon, combined as a team, which sounds totally doable until you remember none of us are spring chickens anymore.
We're documenting every painful, hilarious, inspiring moment of our 13-month journey from what have we done to race day glory, or a complete disaster.
Expect training mishaps, sister drama, expert advice, and proof that the best terrible decisions are made with family. Let's do this. Welcome back to Sisters Before Blisters. If you are new here, we are three sisters in three different countries, and we are participating in a half Ironman together as a relay team. And I am the sister who is doing the bike. I am Cheryl, and I am in Canada.
And I'm Christine, and I'm the one doing the swimming in the USA.
And I'm Colleen, and I'm in Germany, and I will be doing the running portion.
Excellent. Whoop, whoop. Go girls. And in this episode, we are talking about mindset, happiness, positivity, and being able to go forward when things don't go well. And with us today is Kim Patterson. And Kim, I'm going to have you introduce yourself. So thank you so much for being with us. I love your smile. You're always so just a bright light. And I am so grateful that you're here with us. So thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about where are you? What do you do? How did you get into happiness?
Oh, goodness. I'm in San Antonio, Texas. So it's raining right now, but tomorrow it's going to be 82. So we have very bipolar weather here, always unpredictable. But yeah, I've done quite a few things in my life. I was, Christine, like you, I was a teacher for a long time with special needs, and I absolutely loved it. But what I could not handle for me personally, I had a boss that was very micromanaging, and I just couldn't. I felt more and more suffocated, but I love the kids. So it was a real struggle because I got results with them. Like you were talking about a minute ago, there was connection and I was the one the kids would come to, but I found that I was being just shuffled down. And so I ended up leaving and worked for a rug store for a while. And then I got into real estate and I found that I really loved real estate. Number one, I could be my own boss, so no micromanaging. Number two, I really loved the coaching I did with the kids, and I got to apply that to my clients. So I got to coach or educate them through the process. So it really just lit me up. And then I found that I really love mindset. Be Happy Today is the name of my website, and I just got it trademarked.
Yay.
So, but it's not about being happy all the time because that forced happiness doesn't work. Be Happy Today for me is B represents being, happy represents find your happy, find what brings you joy and follow that. And then today is all we've got. We don't have tomorrow, we don't have yesterday. You hear that a lot, but to put it in practice has really been significant for me. Fast forward, now I'm coaching, I'm doing real estate, I'm teaching and starting to speak and writing a book. So there's a lot in progress, and
What's the
it's
title
crazy.
of your book?
I don't have my title yet, but it's I think it's going to be like 30 brain hacks to get you out of whatever mood. So you can just literally turn to that page and find something good. So, but the title itself, I'm still, just like the material, I'm still
Working on it.
establishing. But yeah. But
Excellent.
it's such an honor to be here. I've been listening to your guys' podcast and hearing your struggles and your wins, and it's so fantastic that you guys are doing this. Number one, doing it, but number two, doing a podcast so that other people can follow your journey, hear your struggles, hear your gains, and really be able to support you. It's super cool. So
We appreciate that. Yeah, this is
yeah.
an excellent way that we get to stay connected so far away.
Yeah,
That's
no
really the
kidding.
goal. So speaking about wins and whatnot, let's get into that. Christine, have you had any setbacks, any wins? Where are you at?
I have struggled a lot this past month to get in any quality workouts. We were doing the push-up challenge and I was doing okay with it. I mean, your numbers blew me out of the water. And then I was just like, why am I doing this? Because it's hurting my shoulder. So I just gave up and started doing other things. And how you talked about shedding things, like it wasn't good for me. So I stopped and I went back for what was good for me.
Good. Good. I love to hear that.
Yeah, so my shoulder's still a little.
Oh,
Little PT.
I haven't been in the water to swim in about a month.
Oh, wow. Okay. Colleen, how about you? Wins, setbacks?
win is we started soccer, so I got to do one practice and one game that I didn't think I was going to play the whole 90 minutes in and ended up having to play the whole 90 minutes. So that was a little rough because we had just all gotten over being sick. And I mean, that was one of our setbacks. We had 3 weeks of either I was sick or the kids were sick, and then my dog had surgery. And so it was kind of trapped in an apartment for like 3.5 weeks. But the good thing is I've helped co-founded a group for it's called Moving Mamas, and we do a free workout for moms here, and we bring our kids, and sometimes you get to work out and sometimes you're chasing a kid, and so we were tried to stay consistent with that, so there was something. And like I said, got to go practice and got to play in a game, and didn't do great in the game, not as well as I would like to have played, but got to play, so that's important.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Well, I have a good and a bad. I have a positive and a negative here. First off is we are registered. We are finally registered for the triathlon with the half
Yeah.
Ironman. We're going to Frankfurt, Michigan. We are in. We've paid for it. We've done the USA Triathlon Association fees, all the things. We're in.
Yeah. Now we have to do it.
Now we have to do it. Now we're
It's
good.
real.
And then this week has been really, really a tough one. We buried one of Amy, my wife, is a paramedic. We buried one of her coworkers yesterday. 2 days ago. Sorry, 2 days ago.
Yeah, Friday, you said. Yeah.
And the amount of medics and fire and police that showed up for this individual was mind-boggling. She was only 55. She'd been with the department for about 30 years. Just a real light in the department, and everybody loved her. Super nice, super kind, just thoughtful, and went by accident. She didn't wasn't intended, and it wasn't expected. So just a tough go. Everybody was in shock, and the funeral was absolutely beautiful with the bagpipes and everybody in uniform and the salute and the honor guard. And I'm getting chills right now because it was really cool to be a part of, unfortunate to be a part of. So a rough go this week, emotionally.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's, good and bad. Well, give you perspective, I guess. So,
Yeah.
on that note, for our listeners, if you enjoy this conversation, please go ahead and click that little bell at the bottom, subscribe, follow us, be around, put some comments in below, and let us know what you're thinking about podcast, about your journey, if we can support you in any way. And thank you for being here. Okay, so let's jump into the deep discussion. Kim, you're up. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, all right. Um, I guess what is happiness and why is that so important?
That's a really good question. I recently read The Gap and the Gain and by Benjamin Hardy. I don't know how many of you know him, but I did a book study on it. I'm starting another one of his books tonight. But The Gap and the Gain, he talks about Lincoln and how he said the pursuit of happiness. And so it's not a thing. It's not a thing that we keep trying to find. It's something we embody. And it doesn't mean that we have to have it all the time either. Just like I said, find your happy, find the thing that brings you joy, and then follow it. And some days are going to be down, some days are going to be up, but it's not about Pollyanna and being happy all the time. It's not. No one can do that. And if you do, you're going to end up having a breakdown because you're stuffing too many things down. Happiness is something that I think people try to be or pursue. And I'm really all about being in the moment, taking a deep breath when I get stressed. If I have to, I'll go outside and I'll take my shoes off and put them in the grass and get grounded, because all of the stuff in our heads can make us nuts and take us way off course.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so it's really about getting a connection with what is it in you that makes you happy or brings you joy. It doesn't have to be happy, but brings you joy. And then starting to switch to that. It doesn't mean ignoring the bad stuff going on, but refocusing to the stuff that does bring us joy. And you guys talked about your struggles and your victories. And those are really important because it's important to talk about both of those. And not but, and also be able to cycle back to, where are you going? What is your focus? What is your goal? And especially in your guys' case, because you've got all kinds of things pulling at you: work, funerals, kids, sickness, shoulders. I mean, you've got it all. And you still have your eye on the prize, on the goal of what you want to do. And it's going to be more of a daily practice for you guys. And as I'm sure it has been already, but that's, yeah, happiness is, it's kind of, it's right now. You
It's
know,
right
I
now.
feel a ton of joy right now just being on here with you guys. I'm honored that to watch the podcast that you guys have been doing, to see your journey. And I'm just grateful to be here.
Well, we're grateful to have you. So thank you for taking the time to be with us.
Yeah.
So we're all training in different countries and we're dealing with different weather patterns. We're dealing with different schedules, kids, life
Yes.
stuff,
Life stuff.
life stuff. What is the biggest myth about joy or happiness or motivation that you wish people would stop believing so that they can be in the moment?
That you can be that way all the time.
Yeah.
There's no way. We're human beings. There's just no way we can be happy and upbeat and joyous all the time. And I think for me, part of being happy for me is embracing those times when I'm not and letting it be okay.
Mm.
Because my voice used to say, the voices in our heads, we all have them. The voice used to say, okay, you need to pick it up. You need to get better. You need to, be in the different mindset. But what I found is when I embrace that mindset, when I'm not feeling the best and allow permission for it to be there, it stays a lot less. And
So it's kind of like moving through it rather than trying to go around it.
against it, yeah, or against it even, because I think a lot of times we fight the energy that we're in, or the, whatever. I don't want to feel like this. I've been there, done that multiple times. And what I'm learning, and it's a process, is to allow it to, and even maybe embrace it, even if it's, when I first started this work, I was like, I don't want to embrace it. I don't like it, And yet, and I'm talking about, I'm not talking about the work stuff that you are doing. When it comes to the body, of course, you have to take breaks too. But I've, it's just, for me, I found when we embrace the journey that we're on, we tend to be more happy.
Do you have any suggestions or tools of things you can do, actions, tangible
Lots.
things that to be able to embrace it, to be able
Yeah.
to be in it?
Yeah, absolutely. I like analogies a lot. And so the one I just came to mind is a car. You're planning a vacation. You have a place you want to go. And so that place is XYZ. And you start your journey in the car and that's where you want to go, but you have a roadblock, or your car breaks down, or you go down the wrong road and then you have to come back. So those little breaks aren't, they're not failures. They're part of the road to get to your goal, or to your, if you're driving a car or plane or whatever, to your destination. And we can use that same thinking when we are trying to get somewhere. It's like, okay, this is our goal. I'm having a really rough day today. I love, Christine, what you said about I just switched gears. That wasn't good for me. That self-awareness, guys, awareness tops down is, I will tell you, is the absolute best thing you can embrace. And follow your body's advice. You know what to do. And so many times we don't trust ourselves, but even on that road, if the car breaks down, you change the tire, you get back on the road. You pull off on the wrong side, or there's a detour, not being, someone else made a detour, the road's being fixed. Okay, you deal with that and you get back on, and you still have that destination in mind. But it may not be a smooth road the whole way. Matter of fact, I don't know any vacation I've had that's been smooth. Or any trip, there's always some kind of obstacle. And it's almost like it's a good thing, because then we get to really celebrate when we do have a win, because we see that growth that we've had. The other thing, there's an airplane example I have where somebody, if a pilot flies an airplane and he's going from here, I'll just say to New York, or wherever you guys are, to New York, if he makes a 1 degree change in where he starts, he's going to end up miles off. And so that pulling back to, okay, let me get back on track now. Not, oh, I'm going to beat myself up because I'm not doing it their way. And our minds are probably the biggest obstacle, because we all have self-talk. We all would say to ourselves things we would never say to another human being, ever. And so being aware of that, number one, is huge. And then the second thing is guiding it. Our brain is a muscle, if you want to think of it that way, but we can teach it. And that is really crucial in training, in being a parent, in dealing with an injury, and especially in dealing with, an event that you guys are doing and training for. I hope that is a lot, but
Absolutely. Christine, you want to jump in? You have any questions for us?
Sorry. I'm at school and there is a wrestling tournament going on. And so there are kids running up and down the hallway.
can't
So
hear them.
I muted, that's why I muted, because they were quite loud. And they're screaming the whole time.
You can hear them.
I was trying to listen. Sorry. Okay. How or what suggestions do you have for beating like the winter blues? Like, our environment is dark, it's cold, and just kind of depressed. So you're in Texas, so it doesn't get quite as cold and gloomy there. So do you have any suggestions to like help us kind of, I know it's starting to get spring like today here in Michigan, but do you have any suggestions for getting people through the winter blues?
Yes. And we get snow here every once in a while, but everything shuts down, even schools, because no one knows how to drive in it. Quite comical. But yeah, those winter blues are challenging because you don't have the sun and the grass and as the emotional prizes when you go out and it's more of a struggle. And again, I'm going to go back to looking at where you're going. I know I've read some studies, and I'm not real good on the memory of them, but a lot of athletes will practice in advance. And I'm sure you guys are doing this mental practicing of being at the finish line, or what do we do when we go through it? And our brain can't tell the difference between an imagination and reality. Are you guys, I can give you a really great thing to do real quick. Were you guys open to it?
Yes.
Okay. And if you've done it before, just play along. So I want you to close your eyes real quick. I want you to pretend that I just picked this super plump lemon off of a tree, and it like that when I picked it. And I'm bringing it over to you. You're sitting at the table, and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this lemon. Look at it. It's so ripe. And so I cut it in half, and you can literally see the juices if your eyes were closed. You can see the juices coming out of it. And you can smell the lemon. And then I'm going to cut it again in quarters. And I want you to pick up a quarter and just bring it up to your nose and smell it. Strong, right? And now I want you to open your mouth and I want you to bite into it. Okay. And put it back down on the table. You can open your eyes. What happened?
Yeah, of course, a lot of saliva.
Salivating.
Yes, right? And that, oh, the puckering and that's
So,
just,
like,
yeah, exactly. But did you really have a lemon?
no.
No, you didn't. And so our brain takes anything as real, whether it is or not. And so even the winter time, when you can picture, oh my gosh, it's sunny out. And I know it's hard. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but kind of like that lemon, what does it feel like to have the sun on you instead of the icky weather? What does it feel like to have just a nice breeze going? What does it feel like to go out and do the stuff you're going to do anyway and have the experience be rewarding and fun and light?
So it's visualization
A
and
lot,
practice.
yes.
Yeah.
Practice is the key because you can't get good at it unless you do it over and over. But just like the lemon, you guys puckered. And I love that example because everybody can relate to it. I haven't told one person that hasn't salivated or but it proves the point that our brain takes it as real. So if we're thinking in a negative sense, if we're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to fail today's, I'm really hurting, those are all real. I'm not saying that. But the truth is, you can still be. So there's a reality and there's a truth. The reality is, I'm in pain. I'm hurting. My kids are sick. I don't feel good. I don't want to go out in this weather. But the truth is, you can change that over time and have a better experience doing the same thing. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I think it's hard sometimes just because it is gloomy here for 6 months at a time, and it's a long
It's a
period.
long time.
And I like the winter sometimes, but it's just the length of it, I think, is just a lot to deal with.
Yeah. Well, it's nice.
I think you like the days off.
Ah, there we go.
You had a lot this year.
We've had 7.
7 days off.
7 days off. That's insane.
We get 6, and then we got to apply for waivers.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully they got their waiver so we don't have to go at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Well, I've been in the snow and I don't mind going to it, but I don't like it coming to me. So I'll take the Texas heat anytime. But I also understand that that is a reality, right? And the best thing I can say for that is just slowly moving your mindset. And it sounds simple, it sounds simplistic, but just like with the lemon, just like with the lemon, what is it? Take some time and just pretend you're outside and put your feet in the grass. What does it feel like? What does it feel like to close your eyes, to have the sun on your back? Because your mind doesn't know the difference. And it will change your chemistry, it will change your mindset. And if you take that time to embrace that, I've found just huge results from it. So I'd love to know later on if you guys are able to try any of these things and what your outcomes are. Would be really great feedback for me.
Excellent.
Going off of what you've already said, like once we recognize that we are in a funk, a practical way to shift our state, what actually works is just kind of stopping, pausing, flipping what we're thinking about, and where do we want to go? How are we going to get there? And just kind of walking ourselves through it before we actually do it physically.
Right.
Absolutely. I think it's the hardest part for me sometimes is recognizing that I'm there. Like I'm at a point where I need to shift because it's just you live in it. So you're so
Mhm.
close to it. It's hard,
Mhm.
it's easy to see from the outside, but it is hard when it's internal. And I think that's one of the most difficult things for me is to recognize, oh, I gotta stop for a second. I gotta pause. I gotta do something different.
Cheryl,
Practice
that
the
is actually
learning.
probably the most important thing to me is that awareness. Because if you don't have the awareness that it's going on, we're used to it, right? We're used to being stressed. We're used to hurting. We're used to beating up on ourselves. I
Mhm.
didn't do enough, right? I changed gears, or this didn't happen the way I wanted it to. And first, I'm going to get back to the Gap and the Gain book, because one of the things that book taught me is to focus on the gains, and whatever you focus on grows. You guys have heard that, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So one of the things, I stopped making to-do lists, which to me, I'm a go-getter. I'm a list maker and let's get it done kind of thing. At least I was. I'm slowly changing. But what I started doing, and the book suggested this, is to have a list of gains. And so throughout the day, I have a little notebook right by my desk, and I write down my gains in it. And it's been super powerful for me because I can literally flip through and see some of the gains. So when I'm having a hard time, I can look back and go, oh. And it's really cool because we tend to focus on the negative things, on the things that aren't going right. And so it really helps shift your focus on what you are doing. And it's almost like a thought magnet. Other thoughts come to it. It's the same with, what you focus on grows, because when we're focusing on the good things that are happening, we tend to notice more. So it's called our reticular activating system. Okay, when you buy a car, or new or used, it doesn't matter. Have you guys all bought a car before? Okay.
Yeah,
So as soon as you buy it, do you start noticing the same car out there on the road? It's
of
like,
course.
why am I seeing those were always there? But whatever we tell or say or imply to our brain that is important, it will show us proof of. So that's why you're seeing these cars. It will literally delete information that's not there and bring in information that is there but is unimportant to it,
Mhm.
because we tell it what's important. We tell it what to focus on. So if we're in a bad mood, we're going to start to notice other people or other things happening that are similar because we told our brain that's important. When you're in a good mood, in a good space, that's going to happen. But you can actually change it over time too. Because if you're focusing more on your gains, focusing more, and that doesn't mean dismiss the things that aren't going right. I'm not saying to ignore them or push them down. And if you focus on the things that you're doing right, you guys are all celebrating those wins. You guys are all doing things way more than a regular person out there. I'm not running in and doing one of these. Although I will say, as soon as I heard your guys' stories, I was like, it actually got me thinking a little bit about maybe I will do something like that. I mean, not
Yeah,
that big,
come
but
join
maybe
us.
marathon or half marathon. I thought, I'm not, but that's really the joy, you guys. And that's where the joy comes from too, is seeing your wins and focusing on them. And what happens is your reticular activating system is going to show you more.
Mhm.
It's going to show you, oh my gosh, I did this too. And oh my gosh, I did that. It's crazy. 6 months ago, I was not this person. I was a lot more depressed. I had a lot of stuff going on, and I just hated my days. Some days I had, really high days and really low. And I started thinking, my God, am I bipolar? What the heck is going on with me? And I realized there was a pattern, and this comes to awareness and a trigger. And it took me quite a while to figure out the trigger. And it was my mind. Something happened, and I would go right to it. And so I started this process of learning how to change that, because honest to God, I didn't want to feel that way. I was,
Mhm.
it doesn't feel good. And I don't mind feeling that way once in a while, but I don't want to be that way all the time. And so that's that reticular activating system, also how our neuron pathways work. It's the same kind of thing. They fire and wire. Have you guys been, I'm sure this is a silly question for you, been hiking before? You know how there's one really worn path and there's a bunch of offshoots. So I like to explain this as kind of how our brain works too. When we are trying to change a behavior, and Cheryl, I'm sure this is all to you, but when we're trying to change a behavior, it's like walking down that main path. And then we start training. So we're going down this other little path that's not well worn yet. And so every time we start to do that, your brain fires and wires you down that path. So, oh, I don't feel like it today. Oh, this happened. Oh, it doesn't look good outside, or whatever. You're literally reforming and reinforcing that neuron pathway when you're going down a different, when you're creating a new habit, when you're doing something different, which all of you are. And so every time that comes up, I would say, woohoo, because you noticed it and your awareness. When we become aware of it and we actually embody it, it really helps get you over that hump to where you can do the things that you want to do. And again, I'm not saying discard or push down or think whatever you have going on isn't real, because it is. So dealing with those things are important too, especially if it's a health or sickness or your shoulder. I mean, definitely be aware of those things. And then do what you can. Take the next best step, just a little one.
Yeah, I
Christine,
was
you
gonna,
changing your workout. It doesn't work for me. Great. Celebrate that you figured that out and you did it. Go ahead, Cheryl. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say that sometimes building a new neuronal pathway takes a lot of energy. And sometimes when you're in the winter blues or things are going crappy, it's sometimes so hard just to muster up enough energy just to go down the main pathway, let alone deviate and create a new pathway. And I was wondering if you had any suggestions on when you're just exhausted and you're like at the end of your rope and you know you want to go down the new pathway, but that big trail that's already been laid down is fast and easy and you just don't think you can do it. What do you have any suggestions on how to like either find the energy or give yourself some grace, or do you have
I
any
was just
ideas
going
on
to
how
say
to?
that. Let it be. Take a break. You don't have to grind all the time. And sometimes I think we push ourselves so much that we don't have a chance for our bodies to heal, for our bodies to process and to learn. Like you said, it takes a lot of energy. There's an acronym I used to use for my students, and it's HALT, HALT. If you're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired, stop and take care of those things first.
Yes, good
Great.
advice.
Colleen, all of those things relate to you?
Yes.
Most days I experience those all at once. Most of the time.
Well, and Colleen, too, you're a mom, you're creating all of this new stuff in your life. You have new commitments with your sisters. You've got your own family stuff going on, your different schedules. I mean, we all do. There's a little, I don't want to, it's a lot more pull when you've got little ones, because you can't just rest. You can't just, I need a nap. You can't just stop. You can ask for help. But even that, when you're a mom, and even if you're not a mom, if you're not used to asking for help, it's really hard. And especially to see, okay, tomorrow I know it's going to be kind of crazy because this. I might want to ask somebody, for some help. Plus, you guys are achievers, and achievers don't like to ask for help. We don't. We like to do it ourselves. We don't think we need it. And somehow we got programmed that we're not as good if we have to ask for help. And I'm talking from me, so this may or may not apply to you guys, but
No, this has been a big thing. Like the people in our building, in our apartment building, they're always like, "Oh, there's super mom never needing help," and I'm like, or they'll offer, and I'll be like, "No," and then there's so many people that are like, nope, I'm just gonna take your groceries up for you because we're on the top floor, and so I have to carry 2 dogs, 2 kids, groceries, everything up and down stairs every day, multiple times a day. And so, I figured like I can do it. I'm capable. I can figure it out. I can make it work. But yes, would it make the world easier if I asked for help? Yes. It just sucks being that person that always has to ask for help. And that's how you feel when you're like used to not asking for help, I think. It's not that I'm the only one who needs help. It's that I definitely feel that way because I'm not used to asking for help. I'm used to doing it myself. So
And sometimes you get in the mindset that it's just easier if I just do it myself.
yes, because there's that,
Bingo.
because I don't have to pay anybody back. I don't have to do any more favors. Like I don't have the capacity for that. So if no one helps me, I don't have to help them. I'll just do it myself.
Because you don't want to add anything else to your plate. But true friends and people that recognize that you are needing help,
Yeah.
they're not looking for you to do any favors back for them. They see that you are struggling and they want to support you. So allow them, take the help.
I
It's
do.
okay. I know you've
I
gotten
have
so
gotten
much
so
better.
much better.
You have gotten so much better. I'm proud of you.
I've gotten so much better. Yes. Just today, I had to do some volunteer at the USO, and my friends watched Ellie at the playground while I took Eloise and went. So
Yes. And people are so willing to help. I mean, just like you, if somebody asked you, even with your plate as full as it is, to do something, you do it in a heartbeat because
Oh,
there's
yeah.
joy that comes, and actually there's a joy that comes from helping. So
Yes.
we're
I mean,
actually,
as long as I like the person, yeah, we're.
that's important. You gotta trust them.
I mean, good people.
That's huge. Absolutely. That comes
Yeah.
down to those, discerning things and trusting your gut for sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for saying yay. That's so good. Those are the kinds of things
Took a
to
while.
write down because
Yeah.
those little victories that we push down, and this is a great example. It's like, oh, I just asked for help. No, you didn't just anything. You gave yourself a gift. You gave yourself
Yes.
a gift and your kids too, because when your load is lightened, it's lightened on them too. They feel your stress.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They feel it. They feel like if it's when we have too much, I think, for sure. Even when they're little.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Colleen, do you have any other questions for us?
I mean, gosh, you're so good at answering all these, Kim. I mean, like so you had mentioned about like talking about how Cheryl was aware right away, like when that kind of happened. I think sometimes when you're so deep in that rut, and it's like kind of deciding whether to like just run through it and just like let it happen or just to like, hey, I need to change gears. Sometimes that awareness is not always.
And it's a process.
Yeah, it's not always there. And I mean, there's a million factors, right? So you have, I asked my dog jumped up. Never a moment alone.
Not even in the bathroom.
Yeah, I've tried.
I know.
It's yeah. No, it's kind of finding like, okay, how do you make sure that you have that awareness? Is it just like taking a minute if you don't have a minute to yourself? Like what's the best way to recognize like, no, I can't just push through this. Yes, I need to do something about it. And like, at what point does it get beyond just taking a second, I would say.
Really good. I'm glad you asked.
Sorry, I know it's a big question. It's a long one.
It's actually a really good one because I've been there, done that, and still in it. I mean, it doesn't just go away. So whatever skills you learn, they're just going to be better and better and better. And a lot of times we get in fight, flight, freeze. We don't even realize it. It's just, and that's that awareness that, okay, do I feel expansive or do I feel contractive? And I want you guys just to start noticing throughout the next couple of days, just that, nothing else. You don't have to change it. You don't have to fix it. Just, are you feeling expansive or contractive? And Colleen, you might find you're feeling contractive a lot. And that's okay. I just want you to notice it. And every time you notice it, I want you to go, yes, I did it. I noticed it. There's also some breathing techniques you can do. There's tons of them online. There's one I use. I will share it with you really quick, but you need to find the one that's right for you. My way isn't the end all way, but really great use of when you get in those spaces. Even if you don't, set your timer to do this every 30 minutes and just take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth like you're blowing through a straw. That changes you from fight, flight, freeze to rest, relax, regenerate, and create. And I think you guys can all feel the difference in your body, right? That's a quick thing you can do, Colleen, as soon as you notice it. And it takes 5 seconds. Because I think the one thing we do a lot is, I don't have time to do that. That's our brain. I don't have time to change my path right now. I don't have time to ask for help. Oh, I said it again. Okay. And you still don't have to ask for help, but that breathing will change your energy. And you can look up other ones online. There's all kinds, but find one that works for you and have a go-to that you have when those things hit. And the more you do it, every time you do it, you're going to have more awareness. And as soon as you do it, you're going to go, oh my gosh, I did it again. And you're going to start celebrating. And those little wins, they're like little drops in a bucket. They don't seem like much, but I'm telling you, they add up.
I'll
Is that
pull yes, I'll pull double duty. I'll do my breathing exercises for my pelvic floor.
There you go.
As-
I've been doing
as-
pelvic exercises because of you.
Yes,
What
see,
more?
we'll do breathing works for two
I
reasons.
love it. I love it. Yes, there you
Gotta
go.
multitask.
See, there you go. That's a victory right there. There's a gain.
Yeah.
Love it.
Along those lines, we're so far away from each other and our lives are completely different. And sometimes one of us is thriving and one of us is struggling, or two of us are struggling. Like, how do we support each other without accidentally making it worse?
You stumped her.
I know it's hard because of course
is.
we're sisters. We want to be supportive. We want to be there. Like Colleen in particular is just, she's in a tough place. Kids, husband's working all the time. The location that they're living, now we have a conflict, war, whatever you want to call it right now. So their safety is in jeopardy. And like there's a lot of stuff happening. And Colleen's in a spot. And I want so badly to reach out and love on her and let her know that she's not alone, but she's far physically away from me. And I can't give her a hug. And I don't want to make it worse. And even just like talking about it, I feel like could be triggering on this podcast. And so I'm wondering if there are techniques or ways in which to just be there and not make it worse and show the support. Any thoughts?
I do. I have a lot of thoughts. And it really is asking Colleen what feels best to her, what feels like support. Because what I think is support, a lot of times people do things because they think it's going to help. And you're right, then it can be triggering. It can be, and I know sometimes, Colleen, you would say, I just want a break. What, 10 minutes away from my kids? In the bathroom alone. No knocking, no, Mom, what are you doing? And maybe, and I'm just going to give you some thoughts because Colleen, you're going to have to be aware, and each of you, not just Colleen, I'm not trying to focus on you, girl, but each of you are going to need to find the things that are supportive for you and communicate it to each other, because you all have your different voices, you all have your different schedules, you are miles and miles away from each other, different time zones. All of that is a big deal. And so when you're feeling, and I know it's hard to think of it when you're feeling that way, but what do you most need to hear? I love you. You're doing great. And not a Pollyanna. I want you to receive it as a you're doing great. Not a, oh, you're doing great. No, like,
Christine, you're really good at that. Like telling Colleen that she's doing great. You do a great job of being genuine about it. So
Yes.
I appreciate you too for that.
I've been in her position. I kind of am still. My kids are a little bit older, but it's a struggle.
It is.
Just being an adult in today's society is a struggle.
I don't want to be an adult anymore.
I
I
know.
know.
My students are like, I can't wait to grow up and move out. I'm like, oh, can I go?
You don't know.
When they like
Adult
don't want to take a nap, I'm like, are you insane? Like,
Can I take one and you stay up?
Hey, I'll ask my youngest, hey, do you want to take a nap with mama? No, mom.
Girl, I've gone back to taking naps. It's crazy, yeah, how our bodies weigh on us. So, and what I want to say is honoring that. And I've heard you guys say on the podcast, sometimes you do your workouts at 11 o'clock at night. Sometimes it's not when it's desired. Sometimes it's not but you're doing it.
mm-hmm.
And that's a celebration. Even if you skip a day, you get back on track. That's huge. Those are the little things that we tend to push aside. No, it's not a big deal because I didn't do it yesterday. Listen to what your brain's telling you, because it's bullshit. It really is.
My brain's telling me, can't miss a day, Cheryl, kick your butt.
Oh,
The goal, Christine.
Come to you. She'd have to come to you to do that.
That's true. My goal for Christine is to not drown in this race.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
I'm fairly confident I won't drown.
I'm pretty
I
confident.
almost drowned the first time I did it, so I've got a little worry going on.
But you sink, I float.
That's
So
true. I do sink like a rock. Blub,
More
blub,
Yeah.
blub, blub, blub,
Blub, blub.
I just want us to have fun and
Yeah.
not get on each other's nerves and not like bicker. I just want to go and have fun.
I think we will. I think we're
And
gonna have a
with
great time.
that intention in mind and that focus, you're way more likely to do it because you're not going, oh, why did we sign up for this thing? I mean, I know you think that once in a while, but all the time.
Every day.
But also turn the wheel a little bit and look at how much closer you guys are getting, the communication you're having, the joy that you get to celebrate the other person doing something they've never done before. Those, just a slight switch. It doesn't mean that, the not wanting to do it that day goes away, but you can do it with a little bit more joy because you're in it with each other, right? You're not on this journey alone.
No.
I'm so grateful for Christine and Colleen and all of our guests, of course, but Christine and Colleen to commit to doing this podcast.
Yes.
It's been a year commitment, and
Yes.
this is one of the few times that we have all three of us and our families, because it affects our families, have committed to being together and present. So not only do we do these podcasts, but we do podcast prep. So twice a month at least, I get to see my sisters, which I normally wouldn't have been able to nail down.
And that's huge.
I'm
Oh my gosh, you
so
guys.
grateful for Christine Colleen for doing this. And I know some days it feels like, we got to get on a podcast or we gonna do this prep or whatever. But I'm so grateful that I get to see your faces. So grateful. So thank you.
Yep. When you miss me, I send you a crazy face.
I thought you had okay, this is gross. I thought you had warts on your tongue. I was like, wow, Christine, what's going on? We need to get you in.
No, it was a ice cream sandwich. I was eating it in the middle. I didn't clean up.
love
my
it.
Stuck her tongue out at me and took a picture. It was so
I
gross.
love it. But laughter breaks everything down too. So finding things to laugh about, you guys are really good at that in every podcast I've watched or listened to. You guys have had fun. And that's been if I had to sum up what you guys are doing from what I've heard, it's to have fun and to be there for each other. And I don't think there's much else out there that could be a more noble thing to do. And if it's doing this event together, enjoy.
Definitely.
You guys are doing some really great things, and you're setting some. I mean, you made me think about it. Lord, I'm 61. I'm running at my age.
Yeah. Or biking or swimming.
Yeah, exactly.
Any
But
of those.
it's something I've been thinking about, and now I have a little bit of a bug for it. So,
5Ks are fun.
okay, I'm going to take your word for it. I might start with a 1K. I don't know. I'm going to start with something though, because I walk every day and I just started that habit about a year ago. And so I've just been adding to it a little bit every day, except today, but I'll get on the treadmill later.
Super sprints are fun too.
Yeah, it gives you a taste of all three disciplines without overdoing it.
Really?
Yeah. So what is it, Christine? Like 300
I
meters
think it's an
swim.
800 swim, a 6 mile bike, and a mile run.
Huh.
Yeah. So even if you went super slow, you could be done in a couple of hours and have all three disciplines under your belt and be like, I never want to do that again. Or, oh my God, I love this.
I had my first super sprint that I did. There was an elderly lady, and she had previously struggled with the swim portion and had almost drowned. And so she duct taped a noodle to her body so she could do the swim.
I love it.
Yes. She
Maybe
was
not
so
by
sweet.
regulation, but she didn't
Hey,
Well,
drown.
it's not like she
She's
was
not
going for
going for
time.
any
She was just
medal.
doing
yeah,
it to
she's
do
just
it.
doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Fun.
way cool.
Yeah.
I love that. I love
Colleen,
looking at success stories.
So there was an obstacle in her way and she figured her way around it.
she did.
Yeah.
A little pivot here and
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Colleen, you have anything for us? Any more
I
questions?
mean, yeah, that was like my big one was just kind of recognizing it and figuring out how to pivot. I mean, Kim, you've been great about answering, gosh, everything so far. Very thorough. I like it. No, I maybe just like how, well, we kind of answered it, but not fully, like dealing with like optimists and pessimists. So like if you're surrounding yourself, I mean, I'm sure you obviously get away from people who aren't in your same mindset, obviously, if they're struggling, but like just being around a pessimist if you're an optimist, or optimist if you're a pessimist, and just looking at things a little bit differently. And maybe, you need to change your mindset, or they're needing to change their mindset, or, one of you's kind of stuck one way or the other, and just kind of surviving that interaction.
So how to deal with that when you're
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
that aren't exactly positive. Good one.
Yeah.
I have quite a few I can tell about that, but the first thing I'm just going to say is take a deep breath. Sometimes somebody will say something to me and I'm just like, that's interesting. Because it is. I'm like, wow, where did you come up with that? So it's allowing yourself the space to, and if you're around it all the time, this is going to be even more challenging, but even more an opportunity for you to say, wow, I did well on that one. Because if you've got it around you all the time, you've got to focus on what the wins are, even more so. But because otherwise it'll take you down. And we have people, we have the news. I would, especially with what you guys are doing, and again, and not Pollyanna, but really trying to keep this stuff out, and family, your kids, your jobs, those things at the forefront. And anytime other stuff comes up, I had somebody tell me once, and I love this. She said, every time something comes up, it's showing you where you're not free. And I loved that because now I see it as a gift. Now I see it as, oh, this is another opportunity for me to see things differently, to not absorb all of the negative around me, to make a choice to maybe, hey, I need to go in the kitchen real quick. I'll be right back. And I'll tell you, my husband is a big news person. I'm not. And in the beginning, it was very challenging. Now we don't have the news on in the house anymore. If he wants to do it, I'm like, you're fine. It's on your phone. And I would even like you to limit that. I can't control him. I can only say and do the things I can to help my bubble. And sometimes having my bubble is I still have my bubble and people are having their stuff around me, but it doesn't mean I have to let it in.
Mm.
And that's a practice too. So all of these aren't just things, snap your fingers. And I really, in real estate, I get a lot of that. It's grind, 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 do, do, do. And I have to really choose what I want to listen to because it affects me. I guess I can take it on real easily if I allow it and if I'm not aware of it. So being aware of it, number one. And again, you can't just go in the bedroom and turn out the lights and go to sleep. I get that. And as soon as you notice it, take a breath. Take a breath. And if there's two things you guys could do between now and then, or even this next month, it's focus on noticing and taking a breath. Keep doing it because those little things are going to bring down your nervous system and help you get back into your body so that you can tackle the things that are going on around you.
It helps me reflect on just like stuff with my kids.
Yes.
Instead of me getting upset, I need to take a breath.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though it's really hard to do sometimes.
Yes, it is. It is. But it will get easier.
Yeah.
What's the next best step I could do?
Yep.
Just a little. I'm so happy for you guys and I'm so proud of the efforts you're doing. And I just have loved watching so far your journey and super excited to continue supporting you guys now.
So we're getting closer to our goal, but it's still 6 months away. So how do we stay focused, connected to our goal when like some daily workouts or what we're doing just kind of feel pointless? Well, it's not going to happen for another 6 months. So why am I doing it now?
Ooh, good one. I'm going to ask you a question. Instead of how, I'm going to say, what can you do to? Different framing of a word, but your brain thinks differently about an answer. How can puts us in, I don't want to say victim mode, but our words are important. But what can I do to do this is going to trigger your brain to start thinking of solutions like that reticular activating system. Instead of, how can I do this? All I see is what's going on. So what can I do to is going to help you think, okay, I can focus on the goal. Good. I can take a breath. And you're just going to get little bits of, tools in your toolbox. And the other thing is, I can do it anyway. And our brain is going to say, yeah, but you cannot do it too. And again, there's that breath and getting back to where am I headed? This is my goal. I'm doing it with my sisters. Our hearts are connected. Our spirits are connected. That's where I want to be. And you'll naturally go that way instead of that whole forcing. Because when we're not feeling like it, we want to force. It's like, oh, I got to do it. I got to do it. Got to do it. Relax into it. I get to. I get to do this with my sisters. I get to be on a podcast and affect people's lives because you're affecting mine. You've already affected it. I get to do this and be aware of the fact that my shoulder hurts. So I get to take care of my shoulder as I'm doing the work.
I love it.
Being resilient and just keeping going, taking that breath, taking that time, and changing the verbiage of how you talk to yourself.
And it's okay to say, I don't want to do it. I don't feel like it. I know. Have a conversation with yourself. Seriously. Because it's going to be there. That's part of our brain is not wired for success. It's wired for survival. So when you do something different, your brain is going to say, no, stop. And it's going to give you every kind of excuse in the book. And it's going to throw all your old excuses at you, all your reasons, everything. So noticing that that's what's happening, that's when you can also take a breath and go, okay, I see my sisters and I at the finish line. I see us cheering. I see us going through the actions of the event, and I can feel my sister's love and support, even though I'm struggling right now. And being in that mindset now is preparation for then, because you are going to feel like quitting. You are going to not want to finish, or just like you're not wanting to do the exercise every day. And so kind of the goal is to, which voice are you going to listen to? Which one? Have you guys heard about the two wolves? Yeah.
It's the one you feed.
Yeah, the one you feed or the one you give attention to. So we get to choose, but we can't choose if we're not aware.
Based off what Kim was just talking about was like, when does persistence become stubbornness? So you keep going because you're supposed to be going, or is it?
It's the energy you're doing it from. That's force energy and allowing energy. Again, is it expansive or contractive? Because when you're expansive, you're doing it because that's not necessarily what you want to do, but it's the goal that you want. Whereas contractive, it's, I got to do this anyway. It's a different energy, right? And so that breath also can help you switch from, again, that energy into an energy of, I get to. This is something I probably, I did with my sisters that we wanted to do together to bring us closer. And does it feel like it sometimes? No, but we are closer. I mean, look at where you guys were a year ago. Were you talking every 2 weeks? Were you doing a podcast? Were you doing pre-podcasts? Were you supporting each other the way that you are now?
Not really.
You've come a
I'm
lot.
convinced Cheryl just started it, so
Yeah.
because I wasn't answering my phone enough.
Because you never do.
Because
Part of
I
it,
am
yes.
terrible at it. I was terrible at it. So
You're not
I was
you
like,
just have other
I was
stuff
like,
going on, girl.
these are the lengths they have to go to.
Get Colleen on the phone.
We just want to make sure you're okay. We're
I'm
checking
okay.
in, and then
I'm
you don't
okay.
respond, so we just think the worst.
I know. It's all out of love. I know.
It's out of love. 100%. Oh, good. Kim, is there anything that we should have asked that we didn't ask about happiness mindset being present?
Y'all asked a lot. I don't know that there's other stories I could share and stuff, but I think I don't want to, gave you guys a lot of tools. So pick and choose, don't use it to beat yourself up with, and find other things that work. Just because I said it works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Just like push-ups, Christine, I stopped. They hurt my shoulder. It's not good for me. Y'all have to find the thing that's best for you, that resonates the best. And if it's deep breaths, great. If it's throwing a toy against a wall, Colleen, you can do that too.
Especially if it squeaks, right?
Yes.
Squeaky voice.
I guess basically I just want to say it's okay to have bad times. It's okay to have down times. It's okay to even beat up on yourself, but put a time limit on it. We are a lot more in control of what we can and can't do than we give ourselves credit for. And just by noticing, you're going to become more aware of how often you go there and how often you bring yourself back. And I'd focus on the times you bring yourself back.
Yeah, I think we're more powerful than we give ourselves credit.
Very. Absolutely.
It's cool. Colleen, you have some questions for the sisters?
Yes, sorry. I've been on mute this whole time. Sorry. We got noises everywhere. Yes, I do have some fun, just quick little just get to know whatever. And Kim is welcome to answer, of course, too. Real simple. Favorite color. Although I think I know, but favorite color.
Oh, I bounce around.
I always thought it was orange.
I have 3 favorite colors.
Okay.
Brown,
Okay.
orange, and blue. Brown, orange, and blue. Yep. And it like day to day, I couldn't tell you which one's my favorite.
Mine's blue. All the shades of blue.
All the shades.
Mine's green, all the shades.
Oh, you're a matchy with Colleen.
Yep.
Hope you're on mute again.
Green.
Green.
Still green. Different, various shades, but still green.
It's so convenient when if I pick out a gift for Christine or Colleen, I know I can send something. It doesn't have to matter what shade, but I can send blue to Christine. I know if there's purple and green and blue and pink, and I know green for Colleen. It's just so it takes a bit of stress off to know that they're gonna like it just because I picked out the right color.
Yep.
That's great. And because it's from you and it gets from your heart.
Of course.
Yep.
What else, Colleen?
Sorry, we were upset over here. Little baby's upset. But favorite inspirational sports movie?
Ugh.
Ooh.
I'm not a
Cheryl, I know you don't watch movies, but you had to have seen one. Favorite inspirational movie. Doesn't have to be sports. I'll give you an open category.
I mean, I guess I could go to like the oldies. Like, there's always like Rudy's a classic.
Oh yeah.
Rudy's a classic. Varsity Blues. What's the main actor? And he just passed of cancer.
Vanderbeek.
Vanderbeek.
Yeah. So he was in Varsity Blues. What is it? Miracle on Ice.
It's just Miracle.
It's just Miracle.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
You
Just
named
Miracle.
one for each of us. Thank you. Just kidding.
The person who doesn't watch movies.
Christine, do you have anything outside of that list?
Well, I was thinking Miracle, but then I had the name and I lost it.
Who's in it? I'll help you.
It's the football. There's several football
there's-
ones.
We Are the Titans.
Remember the Titans?
Remember the Titans was one, and then there's another one when they lost the whole football team.
We Are Marshall.
We Are Marshall.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
And then I don't know that it's inspirational, but I like the one Topic.
Oh,
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
I can't think of the name.
What's the name of it?
Edge. Cutting Edge.
Cutting
The
Edge.
Cutting Edge.
It's a hockey player wants to go to the Olympics, but he can't, and so he gets asked to be a partner with a figure skater, and so they're in pairs, and he's not used to the toe pick, and so he keeps falling. So she keeps saying toe pick.
There's some inspiration in there. Yeah.
You keep trying, even though it's hard, and you keep failing on your face.
Exactly.
Right?
Fine.
So there's
Yeah.
a movie about golf. My husband's an avid golf person, and I'm trying to think of the name of it, but it's actually a real place about 2 hours from here. And there's a movie about it, and I'm trying to think of the name of it. I'm not a big movie person either, but it's a really, I'll have to put it in the comments after you guys post because it's a really good. As soon as we get off, I'm going to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comments are great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Well, I'm a fan of a lot of them, but I have to say one of my favorites, and it's mostly because it's like an old broken body doing good stuff. So I love The Rookie
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
with Dennis Quaid and Invincible with Mark Wahlberg.
Ooh.
Have you guys? Those are good ones. Those are two really good ones because it's like they think they're past their prime, but then like they come back and it's amazing.
It's my dream in life.
Yeah.
Come back.
Right. It gives you some false hope.
And then I like go for a tiny little run and like, oh, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I ran on Thursday, and my knee I can't bend it like halfway.
Good thing you're in the pool. Good thing you're gonna be in the pool or in the
know.
water.
But it's warm out, so I want to go run again.
Yeah.
What else you got for us, Colleen?
Sorry, I had to leave my computer. I honestly don't have what's on my list. Sorry.
It's okay.
What sport or activity have you always wanted to try?
Oh yeah. Yeah. What sport or activity have you always wanted to try but haven't yet? I'll go first. Surfing.
Oh, nice.
I want to surf. I want to learn how to surf and I want to go surfing and like be decent at it.
I wanted to do that too when we were in Hawaii, but I had aggravated my Achilles, so it wasn't a good idea to do that. So that was
Okay.
something I wanted to try as well. I'll think of another one though.
I don't know if this is an actual like it's an activity. I don't know if it's considered a sport because you don't really compete.
That's okay.
I've always wanted to hang glide.
Ooh, okay.
It reminds me of the pigeons of dad and just being in the air, and he's always wanted to just fly, and that connection has made my brain go down that route. And I was like, that would just be so cool to have the colors above you and just
Yeah.
soar quiet. I'm assuming it's
That'd be cool.
quiet. It might be like, I don't know.
Or anything is blown through your ears.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just think hang gliding would be really cool to see the scenery.
Yeah. Yeah. Kim?
I have to agree with that. I was going to say I've never really done running much, but I would, yeah, I was in South Africa at one point and I was going to do hang gliding and I got super sick from the food the night before.
Oh.
So didn't get to do it, but it's still on my bucket list. I've jumped out of a perfectly good airplane. So I guess that's the next one.
That counts. That counts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, I probably would. It was fun. It was a lot less scary than I thought. Yeah, I was freeing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've asked that question
It was
before.
tandem, so I was with somebody that knew what they were doing. But yeah, I'd probably do it again.
That's
Yeah.
fascinating. I think we
Okay.
talked about this. I don't think I want to do it, but Colleen said you would go.
I would go skydiving. Yeah, I would do it.
Christine, I don't remember your answer. No.
But I think I would like to go scuba diving.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
I want to go see like coral reefs and stuff like that.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Last question. What is something that you tried that you thought you would be really good at, but failed miserably?
Ooh.
Basketball. I think I was okay as a kid, and had I liked it and continued on, I probably would have been fine. But after playing soccer for so many years and then football and then later as an adult trying to go play basketball, I look like I have 5 arms and no legs, and I look like a bit like a crab, and I can't jump, and it's awful. It's so awful.
That visual's funny.
I can picture it. I can actually picture the crowd.
What about you
Trying
guys?
to, I'm trying to think. Basketball's one of mine I don't particularly like. Golf, I'm not really
Okay.
good at either. I consider myself athletic, so usually I can do most things. I just might not be able to do them well in the beginning. But those are two things that golf is just not physical enough from what I'm used to, like going shoulder to shoulder with somebody, and I don't know. Oh,
Yeah.
hockey. I
Definitely.
can skate great. I just can't stop. That's
Yeah, I'd
fun.
have to say hockey too.
Right into the boards.
I don't skate, so it would be really probably a visual of like Cheryl all over the place.
Yeah.
I remember the name of the movie,
What is it?
Utopia.
Tokyo.
Ooh,
I don't think
You
I've
okay.
seen
look up
it.
Utopia, Texas. It's an actual place, and it's a little town, and that's the name of the movie.
Yeah.
I just found a really big respect for it. I'm not that good. I've played a couple times, still not my favorite, but I appreciate the game a lot more.
Yeah. Well, and I think I don't know all of the rules.
Yeah, I
And,
still don't either.
and like I go with my friends every once in a while and we have a great time, but most of that is laughing at each other because none of us are good.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of golf.
I know.
I'm bored after the third hole. I'm not
Let's
designed
go.
for golf.
Just go pee in the bushes, you'll be okay.
Yeah, well, is a beer cart coming? But my wife can she hit that ball, and she's good, and she's a very good golfer, and she loves it. I agree to go with her once a year. Otherwise, I'm like, oh, someone wants to go golfing with you? Fantastic. Go have fun.
Yep. He's retired. And I'm like, he's like, somebody wants to go play golf today. Go, yeah, honey, have fun.
Indeed.
So he has so
No,
much
the only
fun.
kind of golf we do in our household is disc golf or foot golf. So
There you go.
Yep.
Christine, you have a mood meter for us?
A mood meter,
what was
yes.
that?
So
What was that?
Was it my child? Yes.
So
Sorry, she's pulling raspberries on my knee. I'm sorry.
excuse me. Just kidding.
I'll show you. She's right here. She's blowing raspberries on my knee in the hole in my jeans.
Hi.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, it was my daughter.
Are you sure?
all right. Mood
You
meter.
guys are hilarious.
So a word or a line of what you're taking away this month. What's your mood?
Breathe.
Good.
In every sense of the word. Breathe.
Just keep breathing. Just keep breathing.
Yep.
I
Yep.
think mine is be in it. Just be in it. Like present and allowing it to happen and allowing it to come through and just be and appreciate where you are today and know that tomorrow's not guaranteed. So be. That's and I took that from Kim's initial introduction about being just be. So thank you.
Mine, I think, is embrace the moments. So whether I'm having a happy or not so happy time with my children, I still need to embrace them because they are my children. I do love them dearly. Embrace the time with my students, embrace the time with my husband, embrace the time by myself.
Yes.
Yep. Kim, do you have a contribution for a mood meter?
I'm going to say notice when I'm expansive and contractive because that's my go-to. It's like, okay, am I feeling like I'm going to strangle somebody or not? And then that's my cue to, okay, breathe, whatever. But without it being able to notice it, I can't address it or I can't, my awareness is key.
Fair. All right, well, that's going to wrap up this episode of Sisters Before Blisters. And next episode, I believe we are going to dive into some swimming and some technique. And Christine's going to kind of lead this one. And we're going to learn about being in the water. You can follow along with us anywhere you get your podcasts. We should be everywhere. We're also on YouTube, so just search for Sisters Before Blisters. And until then, just keep showing up and just keep being. And we'll see you next time. Take care, guys.
Thank you, ladies.
Bye.
That's it for Sisters Before Blisters. If you've enjoyed hanging out with us, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And drop us a comment with what resonated with you today. Also, share this with someone who needs a push to try something new. There's nothing like trying something completely out of your comfort zone to remind you what you're made of. Until next time, keep chafing the dream.